Welcome back to Magic Tarot Cards. It's Jasmine. I have a reading here for you. This is going to be about James Brenner. This is the man that was arrested for all the guns that he had that he wasn't supposed to have related to the Dylan Rounds case. I don't think they've accused him of it, but he is a suspect. So I've decided that I was going to ask the cards to see if he's the one that did it, if he was involved or who was involved, if Dylan is still or is dead, or is passed away, or what other information I can get. Okay. So remember, y'all, this video is not made for kids. If you're under the age of 18, please click off now. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you'll be reminded when I upload another video. I'm still in my apartment. I got 2 more weeks here and then I'll be out. There's nothing left here but a bunch of boxes. As you can see, I got them stacked up. I will be out of here soon. So I don't have my table. I'm using a cardboard box to do this reading. And everything else is in the disclaimer box. Okay, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up, y'all. Thumbs up. Follow the links down below if you want to buy my cup. Don't forget about my magical cup. It does work, y'all. I've had a lot of people with lots of success stories. All you do is get a piece of paper, write down your intentions. This is for money, health, and good luck and love. You write down what you want to happen. Always good intentions. Always pray in Jesus' name because all good things come from Him. And then drink from the cup. Put in your favorite beverage. Drink from the cup. Say your intentions and watch the magic happen. The link is down below if you want to purchase the cup. I've had a lot of people tell me they've won money. Their health has improved. Just all kinds of stuff. All right. And then if you want, follow me on TikTok. I'm at Magic Tarot Cards on TikTok just for funny little skits. I did link my brother's art pages down below. He's got 2 of them, one on YouTube and one on deviantart.com. I'd appreciate if you subscribe to him and follow him and watch his videos. That would make me very happy if you did. All right, let's get started with the reading. Oh, and if you want a personal reading, contact me with the information down below. Now, I asked in this reading if James Brenner, I believe that's what his name is, that's how they pronounce his name, if he was involved. Did he do away with Dylan? Who else was involved? If Dylan is passed away, I've asked that in every reading I've done about him, and in every reading I've got a confirmation that yes, he has passed away. Now remember, y'all, this is alleged because it's a tarot card reading and this is YouTube. All right, so let's get started with the reading. Be mindful of the comments because if you act up in the comments, you will get booted out. Okay, so for the first one, sorry if it's shaky, y'all, because I'm holding the camera with my hand. For first one, we have the Page of Swords. When I asked about James Brenner, his character, this is what popped up. This is a person that's very mad, very upset. Look at the face. They're angry. They're carrying this sword and they're ready to strike. Okay, they want to hurt you. When you get this card, this is someone that's been watching you, spying on you. This is third-party spying. And they want to strike. The birds up on top, there's birds there. They represent messages coming in. Okay, so what's the message of this card? This card is this person has been watching you because they want to strike, and at some point they're going to. This is the card of a younger person. In some of my readings, I did say that the person might have been Dylan's age or maybe 10 to 20 years older than him. James Brenner's in his 50s, but there was other people involved. James Brenner did not act alone. If he's the one that committed this crime, I still seeing 3 people. I saw 3 people in the first reading, I saw 3 people in the second, and I saw 3 people in the third. Okay, and I still see 3 people. I feel like other people were involved. I feel like somebody helped him. Maybe they were younger, but somebody was younger. I'm also seeing red. I've seen red, the color red. In all of my readings, I just haven't spoken about that. And today I was thinking, why haven't I spoken about that? Okay, so somebody was wearing red. Either Dylan was wearing a red jacket or somebody was wearing a red jacket, a hoodie, a black hoodie, a red hoodie. And then I'm also seeing a red backpack. Okay, so someone had a red backpack, someone had a black hoodie, and someone had a red hoodie. Okay, that has come to me many, many times. So I decided I was going to say it this time. All right. But anyway, this came back here. This person was angry at him. They were deep in their mind about it. And I'm seeing they were just not in their right mind themselves. Okay. So they wanted to strike and hurt him. All right. So for the next one, we have the Judgment card. When you get this one's called the Great Awakening card, the Great Aha card. Why do they call it that? Because there's something there that someone didn't realize, and I'm feeling this is Dylan. He did not realize the reality of the situation, of this man, of what he was going to do to him, or these people, what they were going to do to him. You see how the angel is blowing his horn. He's waking these people up that are asleep, waking them up, and he's saying, pay attention. Pay attention to the coming events. Pay attention to what's around you, surrounding you. So I do feel like Dylan did feel like there was something going on. He just couldn't really tap into it. I feel like he knew that people were talking about him, because I kept getting the gossip card. And the other readings that I feel like the whole town was talking about him. There was several people that were jealous of him, jealous of what he was doing. They kind of felt like their toes were being stepped on, because here he comes riding in, doing his crop and everything, when they were doing the same thing. And then they kind of felt jealous and like, they were being intruded on. Let me get a drink, y'all, because my throat is dry. I'm just drinking water. So, this is the angel blasting his horn saying, wake up. There's something you haven't noticed. Pay attention to the coming events. So I do feel like he was feeling something at the time. He kind of suspected something. He kind of knew something, but he was so busy with his work that he didn't really pay attention to the signs that were there warning him. I feel like the universe was warning him to pay attention to coming events, because something was about to happen. All right. So here we have the Seven of Pentacles. This is Dylan himself. This is him working on his crop. You see the background there. This guy's working on his crop. His crop bringing in money. All the coins are stacked up with the crop stuff here, but he still had much work to do, because sorry if it's dark, y'all. I don't have much lighting in here now that everything's been moved out. We have one more coin here that means he still had work to do, but he was very proud of his crop. He's standing here looking at it in deep thought about it. What blue always represents deep thought. Very proud of the money it was going to bring in, or had brought in, and he was displaying it. Now here's the thing. If he was bragging about it all the time, talking about what money he was going to bring in, this is what causes other people to get jealous, especially there where nobody has work. It's a very small place. Other people are trying to grow their crops. So if he was gossiping about his work, or gossiping about his profit, gossiping about money he had, or money was coming in, somebody was getting jealous. Somebody was getting upset. All right. Now I asked again if James Brenner was involved in the disappearance of Dylan. So here is, again, I've gotten this one in every reading. This is the person that did it. This is the Seven of Swords. This is the sneaky person. I'm sorry, y'all, if y'all can't see. Again, I'm not in my normal setting. This is a person, you see, he's sneaking off, stealing these swords, looking back to see if anyone's looking at him. All right. This is a person that is a liar. They steal. They're a thief. They tell you good stuff, but they never mean what they say. They lied to you, okay? And they're looking back to see if anyone did it, but they left evidence behind. These two swords represent evidence, and now it fell for Dylan for this reading in the reverse. So what does that mean? Okay, in the reverse, it means that the thief, that the truth is coming out. Truths are coming out. Evidence was left behind that somebody is going to find. I have said that in every video that I have talked about. Evidence is left behind. Someone's going to find that, and then the truth will be revealed. So the truth is coming, y'all. The truth is coming, and I do feel like this James Brenner might have been involved, or is involved, because he was there. And I think I heard in one of the videos I watched that he was working for Dylan, or somebody tell me in the comments, was he working for Dylan? I feel like he was working for Dylan. Dylan let him go, something to that effect. But anyway, I do feel like he was mad at him, angry, like it shows here. Very angry, wanting to strike. He was crazy. He wasn't in his right mind anyway. All right. But truths are coming out. The thief themselves comes back. So I do feel like the other people that were involved, because this is when the thief returns, the killer returns, the person that did the wrong returns. I do feel like they're going to come back and the other people that were involved, and one of them is going to say something. I don't know if they're going to try to say something for the reward money, or trying to flip things around and act like they're the hero, they're the ones that found him to get the money, or just speak up, something to that effect is going to happen. Okay, so why do I say that? Well, here we have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is when a message is coming through by telephone, fax, internet, email, phone call. There's a message that's going to come through that's going to have good news. I see it coming in 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, or 3 years. I do feel like he is in Montello. I keep hearing Montello. There's a hills, canyon. There's the hills in the background. They're there somewhere. He's there. There's a body of water. It might be a small body of water. It might be a big one. I don't know. But there's somewhere where it's kind of wet. Even with this extreme heat, there's a place that there's a little bit of water that makes the ground muddy, that when you step on it, you kind of sink. I do feel like there's a hole in one of those canyons, one of those hills. There's 2 or 3, not giant hills, but, like dirt hills. And I feel like there's either a pipe that runs through there where water used to come out, or did come out, or does come out. He might be in that pipe, y'all. He might be in that pipe. Now, I did say in my other videos he sank in the ground, but I also said that someone might move his body as well. Okay, because I got both of those scenarios. So I kind of feel like he's in this canyon in Montello, close to a border of whatever other state is there. I think it's in Nevada. I'm not sure. There's a canyon of hills, but there's water that used to run through there, or does run through there, or the ground is moist, wet. There's holes in the canyon. There's holes, like little caves, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Little caves, little holes. And then there's a pipe. There's a pipe where water used to come through. He's there somewhere around there. He could be in the pipes, in the little holes, or sank into the ground, somewhere around there. That's where I see him. Okay, I feel like that's where he was put. Now, I have 2 cards here set aside, okay, because these kept falling out, and when I'm not sure of them, I put them back, and then I wait for them to fall out again. Sorry, y'all, I'm on a cardboard box because I don't have my table anymore. I always put them back and see if they fall out again. So these fell out 3 times. Now let me explain this one first, because this was the one that kept popping up. This is the Knight of Wands. This is the card of usually it's the card of the player, someone that rushes in, rushes out. It's a person that's not any good. Usually people that are in love situations get this, but it can also mean a person that's not very good rushes in your life and rushes back out. But this also has another meaning. It also means a short trip. Okay, where is this short trip going to? It's exactly the same as this one here. You see that? Exactly the same. So I feel like when they did away with him, they took him to this place. This is the exact same place. This is the canyon. This is a place where there's little hills. This is a place where water runs through. This is a place where there's little caves, maybe the pipe of water running through. I'm going to get closer so y'all can see. This is the exact same place, okay? This is where he's at, y'all. This is where he's at. I see him there, all right? I still see him face down or sideways. Yeah, I do not feel like he's living, y'all. I've said that in every video. But they are going to find him. The truth is going to come out. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while, but I do feel like they're really close. I feel like they're really close to finding him. All right, and then this one fell out as well. I put it back in the deck, and then it fell out again. This is when someone's carrying a very heavy load. I feel like this is Dylan again. He was carrying a very heavy load with the work that he was doing. It was almost too much for him. Whether he wanted to admit it or not, it was almost too much for him. This is a person that has a lot going on. He was deep in his mind most of the time. And you see how he's bent over because he can barely carry these wands. These wands represent everything in their life, meaning friends, money, love, your work, job, whatever. But in his case, this represents that the load that he was carrying was a lot. It was a lot for him. I don't feel like he should have been out there. I don't feel like he had any business out there. Like if he wanted to do a crop that, the work he was doing, I feel like they should have found a better place. The place that he was at wasn't a great place. It wasn't a place to be by yourself at his age, especially with the type of people that were around there. I'm not talking bad about anybody, but everyone knows that wasn't a great place. And I just feel like his load was too heavy, which led to his demise. You have to think things through before you just choose, especially when you're traveling and you're out by yourself alone. Think ahead about, okay, what could happen if this happened, or what could happen if that happened. Think ahead at least 5 years. Okay, where am I going to be in 5 years? Where is this going to take me? Who's all around? What kind of people are there? Things like that. So I feel like he just went way over his head. It was just too much, and he didn't think about it. His whoever bought him the land didn't think about it. It was just too much for him. I just don't feel like it was a good decision. And this is what this card literally means, y'all. So I asked one more time, because this is the fourth time I've asked. This is the fourth reading about him. Is he passed away? This is what I got. We all know what this means, okay? We all know what this means. I do feel like he is passed away. I do feel like they did something to him. I do feel like he is still, he has not crossed over to the light, because see, this man is trying to get out of the bad situation here, and he's trying to get to this light in the background. Okay, that's the light. Okay, I see that he has not crossed over there yet, but I feel like he's getting closer because he needs justice. He needs people to keep looking. He needs justice. He needs to be found. I did get a message the other day that he was crying. I could feel him crying. It was very sad. I got this deep, sad, crying feeling that overwhelmed me about him, that he was crying. His spirit was crying because he's sad for what happened, and he's sad that no one knows where he's at, and he's sad that he hasn't been found. So people keep looking for him. Please pray for him, y'all. He's such a young boy. He needs justice. Okay, light a white candle that's in glass, just pure white. Put a glass of water next to it. Remember, water, the reason we use water when we pray is because, Jesus did things on water. Jesus walks on water. Well, with water, you can manifest your prayers. Okay, and then pray in Jesus' name, always in Jesus' name, because Jesus can move mountains. Okay, you can't, he's the great almighty. He can do anything. So pray for him. Pray that they find him. Pray that he gets justice, and that the people that did this to him get caught and found and caught. All right, y'all. This is what he needs. His soul needs this, so he won't be crying and sad and stuff. And pray that he finds the light and he moves towards the light so he can be with Jesus. All right, y'all. This is it for now. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you'll be reminded when I upload another video. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.